What's up, everybody? It's your boy here, Mike, again for Flew the Coop. Today we're going to look at this video coming out of Los Angeles, California that pretty much summarizes and validates and justifies every single reason why I moved from Los Angeles and have no intention of ever moving back.
It's the second of the month on 131st and Broadway, and rent's past due.
When they don't pay, it's like I get the pink slip here, and then I get a posse because I got a gang of them. They might have weapons, they may have guns, however they want to get out.
And when things go down out here, it's not pretty.
They just threaten to tear up my truck, threaten to sick their dog on me, threaten to shoot me, and I'm by myself. I got a bad hip.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. I hate to laugh at this person. It's not like that. It's really not like that. But, you know, he's out here hustling. The people are hustling him. He's talking about they need to get a posse. They carry weapons. The governing body of California, the people that are running Los Angeles and these unincorporated areas are doing a disservice to the citizens of California, to the taxpayers of California. I'm surprised at what I'm looking at right now because I thought before when I moved away it was bad, but look, just judging by this video, it's what country is this? You couldn't tell me. If you blindfolded me and unblindfolded me and dropped me off here, I would think I'm in Haiti or some Central American third world country, some African country. This is shocking.
Graham's sick of this because he deals with it every month.
I don't want these trailers. I do this to help people. I'm a recovering addict. I've been sober 16 years, thank God.
Graham's got 4 of these RVs in the ever-growing homeless encampment of 500 plus campers in 6 square miles.
I buy them from the auction. See, I'm not trying to keep them in there forever, so I give them the trailers to live in, and then they start trying to take them from me.
Formerly homeless, he says this.
Look at this. Now, mind you, in a recovering addict's mind, this might be helping somebody. But look at this. No bumper. This RV, I'm sure, along with these hundreds, are inoperable. They've got some makeshift plastic canvas and covering attached to probably a private property, somebody that owns this property. The fencing here. Look, can you imagine? I don't know what I know this neighborhood actually. I don't know if there's any homes. Probably if you're on Broadway, Figueroa, San Pedro, perhaps Western. I know this Harbor Gateway area. It actually leads to San Pedro, the port of Los Angeles. But let's say, for instance, just for the sake of argument, let's say you live here and you want to walk your dog. Let's say there's a neighborhood around here. Can you imagine walking up this sidewalk? Can you imagine walking up this sidewalk and the fear factor that must set in? So you're basically a prisoner in your home because you can't even go out and explore the neighborhood. Not that it looks like much to begin with, but damn.
Way of giving back, as long as you pay your $500 rent.
I told him if you pay me $1,500 cash, you can have a pink slip to the trailer's yours. If you live in the trailer for a month, it's $500 a month. If you go look in that big trailer, it's got 2 beds in there with 14 of them.
I mean, look at this. I mean, come on, man. I mean, the leadership of Los Angeles, with all due respect, Karen Bass, you have a tall order ahead of you. And you know what? You're not going to accomplish anything. I saw that she recently requested over $1 billion just to kind of throw some money at it. These aren't really solutions. Just get some funding from the Fed, throw some money at it. Let's say I saw the housing, the homeless population, or the unhoused, whatever phrase you want to give it to be more dignified, has increased by 10% since 2022. So you have a problem that's increasing in size and population. The funding she requested, I'm sure, won't be adequate. I mean, so mismanaging the funds, kicking the can down the road. This is what you have. You have Mad Max third world country conditions for people living in the greatest country, the most industrialized country the world has ever seen. Look at this crap. This is unjust.
One trailer and 4 kids. Then after I gave them that trailer, their mama came. She was all living in there with them. I said, y'all, too many of y'all.
One of the 14 is Mariah Hardy, who invited us in to see how they all fit.
It's been awful, really. I'm just trying to stick it out for my mom and them. And every time it rains and stuff, the roofs, they leak in, and I have to sleep on this bed right here, and it leaks continuously on me, and it's just too small in here.
To keep someone from stealing it, a small motorbike commands most of the floor space, in between the 2 beds that 14 people share.
14 people are in and out of this camper, and this woman has children. What type of conditions is this? And again, where is the leadership? You know, I remember I worked for a law firm by the name of Perkins Coie, and we used to have these first-year associates and second-year associates. They would come out and they would do these pro bono cases, and I remember they would always champion the ACLU. You know, I look back at what they were doing in 2010, 2012, and now fast forwarding to what I see now. If the ACLU is a part of why these conditions are, where it's about dignity, not being able to force people away from their homes, from their personal property, the ACLU would much rather, as a non-government organization, would much rather have people living in squalor in third world conditions than mandating these people to get help and get them off the streets. This is what the ACLU is about. They should be ashamed of themselves.
With an extension cord strategically held up by this pink teddy bear's toes. The kitchen consists of a
Hey, look at
microwave
this.
underneath a bong, kids' toys, hot sauce, and garlic salt.
In order for us to make any food and stuff, we have to unplug everything, like the TV and the phones and stuff, and plug it in.
What's it like at night?
It's just, you have to just watch all your stuff because they come past. They stole the kids' bikes and their scooters and stuff from outside. We had them locked up. They cut the locks off, and somebody robbed dispensary, and stuff is burning down over here. I told my mom, like, no, we have to go.
It's gotta be scary, little kids here.
Yeah, very. The kids don't even come outside at night. They have to stay in the house.
You know what? Drive that bad boy a little bit further up the street and you don't have to worry about crime, or maybe not as much. Maybe your children would be in a little bit better situation. But you have 14 people in and out of this thing. I mean, look at this. They're stealing water. You've got structures. Again, look at this. Cover your eyes. Look at this television. Tell me what country this is. Tell me what country this is in.
Do you think this is better than living in a homeless shelter?
No.
You'd rather live in the shelter.
Yes.
Why don't you?
Because I'm on medication and they don't qualify me.
What's the worst stuff you've experienced living here?
People trying to get in. Like the door, it doesn't lock. So they're able to open the door and just come in when they...
What's going on? Well, with all due respect, I beg you. This man, is he stealing? Is he stealing something? This is a man coming out of the RV with a mask on his face. He's carrying a dog. What's going on? You know, LA leadership, LA politicians should be ashamed of themselves. They should all resign. This shows me how much they really don't care. Maybe they care a little and maybe the game is rigged and there's nothing they know they can do about it. But, I mean, you can't have people living like this. And by the way, can I say something? I don't know this guy's whole face, but this is not like an old broken down man, is it? This looks like a pretty young, able-bodied dude, right? I mean, I don't know his conditions, but to get a job, again, I don't know I don't know these people's situations, but they all seem pretty able-bodied.
Thieves, druggies, bad guys who come in for whatever they want. Inside this largest concentration of homeless RVs in mostly unincorporated LA County, the problems only continue to grow. This fire, one of 4 just this week. In April, we told you about 20 homeless fires here, all within 1 mile in 1 week. Law enforcement and community leaders, they try to help, but they've only made a small dent. They cleaned up several streets at the end of May and have a big sweep planned for July. Voluntarily leading the charge is David Matthews, even though his community of
Woman's got a lot of
Gateway
courage.
only represents about 5% of the encampment, where roughly 3,500 homeless, stretching down about 30 blocks, call home.
And I think the biggest thing is the families. I think having all these children in these RVs, especially with the heat coming, we've got to get the families off the streets.
How many kids now?
We have over 100 children on the streets right now in this corridor.
In 6 square miles.
Yes.
Whether or not Hardy and her 13 roommates will soon have to park somewhere else, her message to outsiders looking in:
We're people just like you guys, and we're trying to get it together. Don't judge a book by its cover, because you never know what someone's been through.
Pretty able-bodied, right? Los Angeles has desensitized me. It probably has desensitized people to take on and have to be around public abnormalities, and we're making them normal. And this is the problem with California in general. Eric Garcetti, Karen Bass, good luck to you. Not going to happen. Via Ragosa, Eric Garcetti, worst mayor in California's history, in Los Angeles history. So it's a big difference from Tom Bradley to see where we are now with Karen Bass. I don't know what happened with Los Angeles with the mismanagement of funds. I don't know if it's coming from the top, the leadership in Sacramento, Gavin Newsom, Jerry Brown. But whatever the situation is, there's not one Democrat can tell me they love black people.
If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create